And we are live. Welcome back, everybody, to another fun, fabulous workshop Wednesday. And I apologize. As you see, I am alone. We were supposed to have a special guest, but family comes first. We'll get into that in just a moment. Let's see who is all here. Texas says second. I don't see who's first, so I'm going to count you as first. So, Texas, great to see you here. Welcome, my friend, JS Genesis Designs. Glad to see you. And I'm gonna ask you a question here in just a minute. Let's see if I can get down. And it's never a show until I get a 308 by 308. So thank you, my friend. Divinely Blessed Designs. Shalom. Thank you for stopping in. Who else do we got? We got DJ's Adventures and Beyond. Welcome, welcome. As well as I see the original Blue Wrench of Off Grid Master, Flamethrowing Robot Dog. Very good. Very good. Okay. We'll let some people trickle on in because right before me, and this is one of them things where I love to network and get together with everybody. STP turned me on to Hudson Valley, and I didn't know who they were until she told me about them. They, just before I came on, did a live concert fundraiser for STP and did some auctioning off and did some various fundraising and things like that. And so that was fun, which I did donate one of my knives. You guys have seen my knives. This is the one that I donated. And you guys know that this never comes out on camera very well. But there you go. Very beautiful one. I believe this got donated, and the winning bid was, I believe, $175. So congrats to the winner on that. And we love that we can help STP. I'd love to see what the final count is. I know that she got a really tremendous amount of help. So that was great. I see somebody new. Looks like Marcia's here from Oklahoma. Welcome, Marcia. Glad you can stop in and hang out with us. And who else do we have? We have Indiana Mom. Excellent. Great to see you. Let's see. Just so you know that my YouTube channel just got a new playlist added. Excellent. Excellent. Love that. Love that. With everybody still trickling in, I may say it a time or two beyond this, so forgive me if I repeat myself. We were supposed to have Lenard Mountain Homestead join us. They had some family issues with some health related things. I don't want to give too much away. I know she made some posts and whatnot, but that's not my place to share details and things like that. We did email back and forth a little bit. Thoughts and prayers go out to her and her family as they deal with this family emergency. So she is unable to attend with us, but we will still give her our thoughts and prayers, and we are with her in spirit as she gets through the family emergency. And then when she is already set and all that to go, she is always welcome to come on the channel and join us. So we will reschedule that. So anywhere near the Grindstone Ministries is helping out. Yeah, that was insane. That crazy weather. I forget what the small town was over there. Maybe one of you guys in the chat knows. I think they clocked one of them tornadoes at 85 miles an hour, not spinning 85, traveling 85 miles an hour. I mean, you're on the highway, that tornado's catching up with you. So that's a little scary. A little scary. Let's see. Got a whole bunch of variety of trips and live streams. Excellent. I have to make sure that we tune into there. Yes. Thank you. Thoughts and prayers to Lenard Mountain Homestead. Okay. So JS Genesis is here in the chat. And so he has sent me an email. And I was going to make a video, and I figured this would actually be one of the best places that we're going to announce it. And then I'll make an actual announcement, a video later. But Mr. Genesis, if you would like to type in the offer to everybody, I'll pin that up there so everybody can see it. as I say hello to Heaven's Fire. Great to see you. You're never late. Just come in and kick your shoes off, grab you something to drink, kick back and relax. I tell you what, and right there's STP herself trying to go right after what Hudson Valley just did. I might be that wind down phase because I can't compete with that. That was top tier, high adrenaline. That was an absolute great concert that they put on. Absolutely. And you are most welcome. We love you, STP. We got Lone Cross in the house. Good evening. Good evening. Glad that you could make it and stop on in. All right. Okay. So while JS Genesis is typing that out, for everybody that is new here, welcome. We do this every Wednesday. This is a 1 hour live Q&A where pretty much anything's on the table within reason. Be adults about everything. If you will notice, there's a bunch of blue wrenches, and they will not hesitate to keep rule and all that. It's okay to disagree as long as you disagree as adults. You can ask anything prepping related, pretty much anything you want. If you want to bring up something, we can do topics, whatever you want. This 1 hour is for you. So you guys are the director of the show, and we'll see how everything goes. Let's see. And we have, and no, Texas, you are good. And I see there's my long lost sister, Miss Marissa. Glad that you could stop in. Let's see, who else do we got? Oh, there's JS. He's coming back. Mr. Genesis, if you could type out that uh, offer that you are going to offer everybody for your website, type that out, and then I will pin that up so everybody can see it. I want you to make that announcement. So, okay. This is all you guys. Whatever questions, topics, concerns, thoughts, anything you guys have a success you want to share. If you have anything going on, this all is completely about you. I did not prepare anything as it was quite a long and interesting day. And on top of that, I wanted to make sure that I got everything prepared so that way I could attend the fundraiser for STP. I wanted to make sure that I gave that its due attention and hang out with everybody and have a good time. So I kind of took the day off a little bit. So let's see. So blessed by everybody. I have a feeling that William's going to be a little spoiled for a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so how are things looking for the fundraiser? I'll be sending you an email shortly with the items. Excellent. I I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it. We here, which by the way, we did have weather move through Ohio. It was not in the area where we are. We barely got any rain, but I did have quite a few of you reach out. It touches when somebody thinks of you, and they don't even live in Ohio, you know. But there's quite a few of you that reached out to make sure that I and the family was okay, and I'm really thankful for that. But we've got a thing here, nothing that requires money, nothing, anything. I don't. We're all good, but we've had kind of a little setback and some other things. So I may have to push back maybe a week or so on doing the auction for Caleb House. It will definitely happen. It just something has kind of come up short notice, and it's kind of stolen some of our attention a little bit. But we're good. We're good. But it'll definitely happen. So I look forward to your email. Have you had time to locate the Bowie knife list for me? I have not yet, and I will. Trust me, stay on me about it. You're never a bother. You know, send me an email once a week or so. These next 2-3 weeks or so, we're I won't say battling. We're dealing with a certain situation. Nothing major, nothing life-threatening, nothing to be like overly concerned with or anything. Just something that's going to take a little extra attention. Maybe I get to explain it here in a week or so. But as of right now, I've got to kind of keep it down here. All right, here we go. That's what I was waiting on. Anyone that goes to Mr. JS Genesis Designs and sees his website, if you see anything there that is handmade by him, and he makes some very beautiful stuff. You guys have seen the things that I have ordered. If you use the coupon code RURAL, then you get 15% off of your entire order. That is absolutely amazing. So if you guys were holding out for anything, there's your chance. 15% off your entire order if you just use the coupon code RURAL. All you got to do is go to Mr. JS Genesis Designs website, and there you go. And then it also goes with the current promo for any order over $100, and you get a free bag of the new JS Genesis Designs coffee. And I believe that is, correct me if I'm wrong, Moose Run coffee, if I'm remembering correctly. And it's always fun to have your own coffee. I think I still have. Yep. We still have official Rural Report coffee. Don't buy it. It's not worth $20, but it's really good. It really is. But this doesn't get you anything besides overpriced coffee. I just bought it because there you go. Oh, and make sure you use all caps. There you go. That'd be a good one to do. All right, so it is all for you guys. You guys tell me what you want to talk about. We can, if I need to, I can come up with some different things. There has been a heck of a lot of things that seem to happen in the world, and it's got me thinking on a whole bunch of different things, and I can go in a bunch of different directions, but you guys let me know. So, oh, there we go. Honduran roast extra dark. Sounds like my cup of coffee. All right, so I was reading some statistics, watching some other channels, and doing some other research and things. And don't quote me on the percentages; I can't remember them, but it was something in the 60%, 64 or whatever percent of Americans that live paycheck to paycheck, and then it was a higher percentage of Americans that do not have $500 in savings. And so, if you couple that together, you literally have families out there that are kind of like how STP goes. You are one freak accident away from, I mean, your entire life is almost at a standstill, a stop. And it's all out of your control, just like what happened with her. Everybody gets complacent. Everybody seems to take things for granted. Just because for the last 5 years you went to the same job, driving the same car, doing the same route, does not mean that Monday morning you walk in and they go, we no longer need you. That Friday when you go collect your paycheck, that the building has been burned down, or somebody steals your car, or your place burns down, or you get hit by a bus driver or something along those lines. There is a ton of things that can happen that is completely out of your control. And how many people out there that literally take everything for granted? No, tomorrow will be just like yesterday and the day before and last year and everything else. It's a bit concerning for me. And then that's why you guys are here. You're preparing for a situation to come up. Let's see. I see Dana popped in. You're never late. Never late. Just as I said before, kick your shoes off, grab a drink, stay a while. It's just a good old time. Let's see. Are you able to make challenge coin holders? Ooh, that would be interesting. That would be. Yes. You're here. Late is on time. You're never late. Never late. You're fashionably on time. Let's go with that. So, what else did you guys want to talk about? We had the Iranian president thing happen. Anybody want to get into that? Is that an accident? Is that an on purpose thing? You know, Anybody want to take a stab in the dark of what happened in that whole scenario? I've been following quite a few people. They mostly agree that something's a little fishy on there, but you'll probably never find out the true details on that one. How about the fact that you can buy a flame-throwing robot? Somebody's stuck on that, and that they make that here in Ohio, by the way. So I don't know. Maybe I can drive down there and see if they will let me do an interview with the dog. Let's see. Yeah, I was gonna say 7K. Yeah, that's a cheap flame-throwing robot dog. All right. So what else? Which oh yeah, I meant to show that off when I was talking. We do have our stuff here too. That Lenard Mountain Homestead is here with us, even though they're not next to me on the little screen. I don't have anywhere I can. Let's see if I can put that right here without. It's probably going to fall. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Is that from Temu? I don't know if you would want to get a flame-throwing dog off of Temu. That that might spell disaster. But and I swear one of you right now is probably on Temu looking up to see if they sell it. And it fell. I knew it was going to fall. Yeah. Yep. Back to basics prepping 101. Have you guys seen the couple that I have released of the new series on tools? So far, everybody seems to really like it. I've gotten pretty much, I think, besides one comment. No, actually, I think that was on a different video. I think just about every comment and email and everything else that I have gotten has all been really, really good. People have actually requested more, and so I'm in the process of making those. There we go. So we got, how about living in a disaster waiting to happen? Literally, home collapses, can't afford to rebuild, got permission to build, live from still in poverty. Man. And see that right there. That is one of those ones of it's the whole thing on prepping. You have no idea, and so many things in life is completely out of your control. You know, you hope for the best, but you got to prepare for the worst. Anything can happen, and whether it's man-made disaster, whether it's natural disaster, and then you go through the things right here. And so you get permission, you know, but it's that whole thing. You never know what's going to happen. Whole thing. And there's Hudson Valley themselves. Man, I'll tell you what, you guys put on an excellent show. I'm sitting here sweating, and I even have the air conditioning on. You guys, I was having fun. You guys were awesome. I could strap a propane tank and a weed torch to the Great Pyrenees. Don't do that. I was getting ready to say something. Don't do that. Don't do that. Linda, great to see you. Excellent to see you here. I see a celebrity in the house, Mr. JS Badger. Don't forget to share out the live stream so others can join in. Thank you, my friend. Great to see you. Let's see. Yeah, I agree. Badger is in the house. Yep. And right there, Hudson Valley. Absolutely great show. Great times. That was fun. And as I said when I was opening, I'm the follow up wind down from all of that. I cannot keep that energy that you guys had, but that was absolutely great. I would love to see kind of like a follow up something to see exactly how much money, because that was a really, really great concert, really great idea. Everybody in the chat had fun. Awesome, awesome job. Awesome job. Let's see. All right. So where are we at? We're 20 minutes in, and I leave it to you guys. Whatever you guys want to talk about, questions, comments, concern, anything along those lines, you guys do. I see Linda here. Oops, I'm sorry. I clicked on the wrong one. Worked a little bit on canning burger today. Man, anybody into the canning yet? I just went and was out doing some of the stuff in the gardening. And I tell you, I cannot wait to get my stuff canned. and start canning, get all that process going. That's going to be awesome. Over $1,000 raised for STP. Hang on. I got to put my water down. I don't have a little fancy bell, but we'll give a round of applause. That is absolutely amazing. Awesome job. Hats off to you guys. I would take my hat off, but then you guys would see how many gray hairs I have. Let's see. All right, you guys are just having fun in the chat. That gives me a second to rehydrate, as Little Rural likes to put it. Yes, I agree right there. That is definitely a woohoo. And the great thing for STP, I know she's absolutely grateful for everything, and it's one of those ones. Every dollar helps, in which we are still doing. Anybody that doesn't want to help, if you want to do an e-gift card, all you got to do is just do right there to Southern Tier Preppers Gmail. You can just go on to Lowe's, Walmart, things like that. Do e-gift card. It'll say send to an email address. That email address there. 100% guarantee it works because the channel did it. Okay. So if you can, you can. If you can't, no big deal. Okay. We're all financially into different spaces, and I get it. Let's see. After watching pinball, I'm thinking about doing some wine making. Yes. He was talking strawberry wine, if I'm not mistaken, because I think he was dehydrating strawberries, which I've got a ton of strawberries. I would have a lot more if I didn't have Little Rural, the other neighbor kids, and bunny rabbits. But it's okay. Sometimes you got to sacrifice a few to make some happy. Freeze-dried some turkey sausage, some leftover hamburger helper, and some wild lettuce. I think we all need to go over to Badger's house. Definitely a congrats to STP. And yeah, always in the pesky spam folder. Always got to check the spam folder. Excellent. So here's my question for everybody, since nobody has questions for me. Anybody got anything going on in the garden? Who's gardening right now? Do you have a garden? If you don't have a garden, you need a garden. I don't care what it is. Pick something that you like. Pick herbs. Get a hanging basket. You know, if you're in an apartment, you don't have a yard, whatever. Get a hanging basket. Grow one tomato plant. Put some herbs in the windowsill. Grow some garlic. Do something. This is definitely the year to do it. Get something going. I was watching one and I had to kind of chime in. Somebody was on it. I'm in an apartment. I can't grow a ton of food, so why even try? And here's the thing. Grow something, because if you got a couple of tomato plants going on, then you can trade off one or two of those tomatoes and get something else. You know, you can barter with some of your tomatoes. Just because you've got one crop or one item that you're growing doesn't mean that that's what you got to live off of. Maybe somebody else is doing something and they want some tomatoes. If you grow it, you got an option to trade. If you don't grow it, you don't have anything. So this is that time. Get out there and grow. When is Rural going to do an overnight in the woods? Soon. Very, very soon. I'm trying to get some things worked out. Again, the next couple of weeks is going to be a little on the shaky side, but definitely planning it. Going to can some beans here. Excellent. Linda, what kind of beans? I'm curious. Strawberry wine reminds me of Boom Farm. Yes. Yes, I could definitely see that. Still want to freeze dry water. Really? Go ahead. Freeze dry water. Yep, every storm. Yep, praying. So blessed, we'll have 50 pounds of seed potatoes. Man, somebody's going to be doing some potatoes. Potatoes are absolutely amazing. I'm going to step back for 1 second here. Potatoes are probably one of the easiest things to grow, and so many things that you can do with a potato. And potatoes don't really even care to grow in dirt. You can throw them in a compost pile. You can grow them in a 5-gallon bucket. You can do all sorts of things to grow potatoes. They're so easy to grow, and you can do so much from just having a potato chips, fries. You can do all sorts of different tinctures and different other things with it. They have different things for helping with eyes and different irritations. You can ferment. You can do all sorts of things. I mean, we're talking what, vodka. I mean, we're talking all sorts of different things when we're talking potatoes. So yeah, if you don't know, grow a potato. This is what preparedness community does. Yep, yep. Thank you to everybody that was there on Hudson Valley's live and participated. If you donated, shout out to you. If you couldn't donate, completely understand. Completely understand. But it was an absolutely fun time. I have plants galore. Weather says not to put it in yet. Yeah, yeah, you're a little bit up there, but you should be soon. Here, at least in my neck of the woods, they always say try and wait until Mother's Day or after we've passed Mother's Day, of course. And so I've got most of my plants in the ground. I still got a few more to get in there. But we've got most of everything in the ground so far. So wish I can do a garden. I do herbs and an arrow garden. Um, I mean, you just have to be creative. If you want it bad enough, you'll figure out a way. And if you can't figure out a way and you still want to, ask me. Ask anybody in the chat. We will help you figure out something. There's enough of us in here. If you really want a garden, we will find a way to come up with some sort of an idea to get you to garden. So don't be afraid anything in this chat. There is no dumb question as long as it is sincere. Uh, we're going to have new people here all the time. It's going to be one of those ones you're going to get somebody that comes in and asks a really basic question. Everybody in here will jump all over the chance to answer it with that same sincerity. So anybody, if you ever have a question, shout it out. My bestie's bringing some planters, seedlings, and dirt so I can container garden. Everything was destroyed or died from exposure. So sad. And you have some of the really, really nice gardens. And I was really, really looking forward to it. But here's the thing. It's one door closes, another one opens. Now you get to make content as you do all this because there's a lot of people that don't container garden, and there's people that want to know how to do that. So there you go. Super small raised bed with tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, and zucchini. Very nice. Very nice. I love it. That's a good mixture. Good on you, Indiana mom. Excellent. 20 by 20 greenhouse, raised bed garden going. Picked broccoli yesterday. Very nice. Very nice. 20 by 20, that's pretty good. Got some pinto and some baked beans. Excellent. Excellent. Still waiting for the money. Yeah. Got blueberries and strawberries starting to come in. Half a gallon of blueberries today, man. That's a decent amount of blueberries. You do anything special with those? You just pick them and eat them? You make anything out of them? We just planted grapes last year, and so it'll probably be next year before we get anything. This year we did all of our berries besides strawberries. We did our blueberry, raspberry, blackberry, all the other berries. We planted all them bushes. So it'll be a little while before those take off, but I'm excited about the berries. So Dana has a question. It was suggested to me to buy a portable electric stove for pressure canning since I have an old glass top stove that would not hold the weight. I never can. Does that seem doable? Yeah, you don't really want to can on glass because it's a lot of weight, especially when you're trying to do one of the really big pots that you're trying to do a ton of those in there. It doesn't necessarily have to be electric. You can do a gas stove. I've seen people can over an open fire. I've seen people do it on the small little camp stoves, not terribly small, but one of the portable like Coleman or something like that. I've seen people do it. The glass is probably, like you said there, it's probably just not the best for the weight of it. But yeah, if you had some other way, then yeah, absolutely. And good on you too that you have that desire, you want to can. So excellent on that. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't put a ton of weight on that glass top. That wouldn't be good. Potatoes and garlic are already planted. Good deal. Yeah, you have to have that. What would be your top 5 prep survival thrive plants to grow? That's an interesting one. Um, I will give my opinion. That's going to be kind of a semi uh, personal one. It's going to be depending on who you are, what you like, where you live. Some people can't grow certain things and whatnot. Um, I would definitely, at least in mine, I do some sort of a pepper. Peppers are very, very good for you, easy to grow. Tomato, potato, got to do those three. And then you would probably want something, and potatoes, I mean, there's a ton of calories in there. I would probably do some sort of bean or berry, and then garlic. So that's a 5/6 right there. Um, but those would be the ones you would probably want. Uh, Try never to shy away from doing your herbs. Herbs are going to go a long way. They're extremely easy to grow. You don't have to do a whole lot to them. And when you get herbs, the way that it can do with flavoring, if you're going to be eating things that you don't normally eat, herbs and flavoring is going to go a long way to make that a little bit more palatable, especially in the beginning where you still have that savory, you actually got something top in cut of meat or whatever, and you go from eating what you're accustomed to I don't know, a pigeon that you got with a slingshot in the backyard. A little bit of herbs is it's not going to make it taste KFC, but it'll make it a little better. We'll put it that way. Hope that one helps. Made some arthritis rub with avocado pits and rubbing alcohol. Excellent. Excellent. Hey, if it works, it works. And that's that whole thing. And that's the way it comes with most of the prepping things. If it works for you, forget what most people say. Now, granted, if it comes to a safety issue or something like that, I can see. But if somebody comes through and they say, "Oh, you can't do that because I don't know, it'll make it worse." If it's helping you, are you really wrong? It was successful going to try a lot of things. Thanks you for the motivation and ideas. Absolutely. That's what we're here for. I tell you what, I say this all the time. The prepping community is hands down the greatest and best community you could ever be a part of. You're going to get bad apples no matter where you go, whatever community. It doesn't matter if it's police, teachers, baseball, whatever. Whenever you get a group of people, you're always going to get a couple of bad apples. We do our best to shove them off and show them the door because we're here for substance and fellowship. We community, we build together, we network, we talk, we share ideas. That's the whole point of all of this. We're kind of like an online mutual assistance group. So absolutely great. Thank you. Happy that we could help you. Could you get a big enough hot plate? There's an interesting one. Yeah, it's going to depend on your pot and things like that. But yeah, that would be one. Yeah. I'm a no dig nerd. Working on a new quail enclosure. Interesting. Surprised at how fast they were grow and reproduce. 6 to 7 weeks maturity. The start of egg production. Nice. Very, very nice. Question: what would be your priority when bugging out? Food, water, shelter? Very good question. And this is an unpopular one, but this is my opinion. The way that you should do it is find out what is going to kill you first and solve that problem. Nothing else matters. You can argue all you want and say you have to have water to survive or you have to do this. It depends on your situation, and everybody's situation is different. And so if you're out in the desert and it's 120 degrees or whatever, and you can't see anything or no shade or anything, you know, the sun, that heat, everything, that right there, that's going to get you first. So everything else doesn't matter. If it's cold outside, that's going to get you first. That's what you would do. So in that scenario, whatever's going to take you out, That's first. Once you solve that problem, what's next? So if it's cold, shelter. Once you get shelter established, you worked, you're probably thirsty. That'd be water. Now you're hungry, be food. Work through that whole progression. That would be the best one. I see so many people argue those points, and it just seems a little bit moot. You need to figure out your situation first. Let's see. I'm still waiting on the free silver. Well, you missed it. We gave away free silver. Actually, we didn't. I think Off Grid Master actually won and then donated it back. So Scorpion Metals is in the house, and the hats off and a special thank you to Scorpion Metals for making and donating STP custom made copper channel rounds to be donated off. So hats off to you, brother. You do excellent work. Thank you for stopping by. I was first concerned about the weight, and then I was concerned about the potential. If you've never canned before, I understand. I see this all the time when it comes to people that have never canned. They start throwing around the word botulism. Start out with something easy. I give a ton of unpopular opinions. And so here's going to be another one. If you are really nervous about the whole process, make it easier on yourself and go to a big like Costco or Sam's Club. Buy one of those really big thing of tomato sauce. It's already done and it's already canned. Open that up and recan it into smaller portions. That should be a really, really good. It will get you into the process instead of starting from scratch and working all the way through. You're kind of starting in mid-level and going. So it'll get you into those steps. Plus, you're learning how to can. It'll get you going. Now you got a big thing for a little bit less money, and you're saving some time and everything on all that. It's a really good way to get you to start canning. I know a lot of people, they get shy at starting from absolutely scratch. They don't know what they're doing. We've all been there. No one's born knowing how to can. It just somebody's got to teach you different ways. Some people can start here and go. Some people need to start over here and go. Just a suggestion. Hydroponics is so easy and you don't need space. Yep. A little on the, I don't want to say tricky part, but it takes a little bit to get started on the hydro. But yes, I agree. I have a pressure can on electric hot plate before, back when electricity was cheaper than propane. Yep. And now everything's expensive. Completely agree. Hey, looky there. There's Catskill. Hey, I believe that you were the one that won this. So I will take a half a second here and see if I can show that off a little bit better. Got a little bit of a shine there because of my light. Oh, there we go. Look at how pretty that is. And then I will give you on just how big this is. So I mean, this is quite a blade. But that is yours. So send me your info and I will get that straight out to you. And this is even a really nice. So congrats to you. Thank you for helping STP and your donation. I'm glad it went to a good home. Who else do we got? I'm excited for you to get the knife. Love to see. All right, let's see. Looking to make some blueberry jelly. Excellent. I tell you what, if you do it, take some pictures. Write me a little thing. How did it go? Have you ever made it before? If you have, shoot it out. Let's see how your process is. All that. I love to share your guys' stuff. This is a channel that it's all about us. So if you guys have success stories, failure stories that you want others to learn about, anything along those lines, feel free to shoot me stories, pictures, videos, any of that stuff. Anything like that you want to share with the community, shoot me an email. Let's see. Scorpion, your coin brought in hundreds. Yep. I know one coin went for $300. So absolutely awesome. Used a Presto 16 quart. Oh, you used a 16 quart on your glass top. Interesting. Okay, well, I trust Badger, and so if he says that he does it, then I will completely say that it's at least doable, depending maybe on the brand name and things like that. Maybe one glass top's a little bit more durable than the other. Let's see. I love that. No way. Yes way. I was there and watched the whole thing. Let's see. Electric pressure canners are great until there's no electricity. Yep. There's a lot of things. Again, people take that for granted. Every year you plug that bad boy in and it works great. But what happens when it doesn't? And that's where we lose a ton of those skills where people they don't know how to make a fire with what they have, lying around. Unless they have a Bic lighter and a gallon of gasoline, people lose those fundamentally skills. Same thing. Most people start really learning how to can. You take away electricity, can they still can? So yeah, a bunch of those. As you go through this week, next week, the weekend, look at different things that you do and go, if there's no electricity, how would I do this right now? If there's no running water, how would I do this right now? And just give you a thought exercise. Work through it. I'm an Amish country. I should be able to get veggies fairly priced. They just recently established in our area. Excellent. Excellent. And I'd like to hear feedback on that. If you go there, shoot some prices. How much is it? We'll compare to what they are. We'll see how all that goes. Let's see. To be honest, I canned once on my glass top stove. It now has a pretty scratches. Lesson learned the hard way. Yeah. Just I would say if you're going to do it, just be very, 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 very careful. But yeah. All right, I'm going through. I am scrolling. I'm trying to catch up with you guys. If I miss something that you wanted me to put up or showcase, type it back in there. I'm definitely not skipping over anybody on purpose. Yeah, herbs are crazy expensive right now. Yeah, and they lack the smell of like the freshness. Like they're from years ago, or there's just something in there, like they're filler or something along those lines. Uh, all those things that have that really strong flavor, those are the things that you're going to want. You're going to want strong flavor, and you're going to want calorie dense foods. That way, all your stuff, all your things like lettuce and things, there's no calories. All they are is just they're empty calories. They're filler foods. I'm not saying don't grow them. Just be very, very careful as you grow them that you don't use up too much space that you could be using for something else. Things like lettuce and other things, those are almost like luxury ones, in my opinion. Let's see. Also made a plantation salve to have on hand. Very good. Very good. Looky there. There's Miss Amy from Lenard Mountain Homestead. Thoughts and prayers go out to you. We were just talking about you. And see, you are here with us, ma'am. Just because you couldn't join us, you're here. So we love you, and we hope everything's going okay. All right, who else do we got? Local library has a seed exchange, and technically we still have our seed exchange. I still have a ton of seeds. Probably, I don't know. I think they're in the other room actually. Um, if anybody wants to swap seeds, and you don't know how our seed swap goes, send me an email. If you know anybody that is financially struggling and they cannot afford seeds, have them reach out to me, or you reach out to me. I will ship them seeds free of charge. Or you, if you're financially struggling and you need seeds, shoot me an email. I will put a little package together. I will send it to you free of charge. There will be no names, no nothing. This is about help. Let's see. I like that, prioritizing. Yes. I see Kate is here. Walmart has some seeds, 2 for $1. Excellent, excellent. Good information. Thank you, Kate. Glad you could join us. Who else do we have? Man, I'm trying to get to the bottom. I almost feel like a celebrity now. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Trying to catch up with everything. Here we go. So we got Dana here. I bought a lot of tarps. The dollar store this year had them the same day I needed them and used some of those tarps for my roof. Had a few tarps, but the prepping community's suggestion. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. When it comes to a lot of those multi-purpose and especially those kind of utility items, if you see them, especially a lot of the secondhand things, do not shy away from going to the flea market or going to a garage sale or even picking something up out of the trash. If you're driving home and you look over and you see somebody throwing away a tarp, if it has a hole in the corner, who cares? 99% of that tarp's still good. Now, granted, if it's tore down the middle, hey, maybe you can cut it into two smaller tarps. It's all about creativity. Once it's free, it's yours to do what you want with. So, uh, good on you on all that. Let's see. An Amish site said cook an extra hour than recommended if scared about botulism. Yeah. Grandma took decades to get that recipe right. Good on Grandma. Good on Grandma. Absolutely. Let's see. Dropping down, trying to get in there. This is going to be my first time making the blueberry jelly. Ooh, blackberry jelly was last year and it was excellent. Yeah, yeah. If you want to share, shoot me some emails on pictures, the story, the process. If you have a recipe you want to share, if you want to do a video, anything along those lines, and that goes for anybody. If you guys have anything, we've already did it with the one that was making the char cloth. It was a success. They didn't get it 100%, but they made progress. They actually charred cloth. That was success. You go from you don't know how to try it and you actually charred cloth. That's a step in the right direction. Let's see, who else do we got? Yes, yes, right there. I have my first solar build up and running for the trailer project. House is next as I get it. Yep. And I tell you right now, if you do not follow Scorpion Metals on here on YouTube or on Facebook, he's been running his series as he does his solar. Very good information. You get to follow him as he does his project. Really good information. The same with everything. Blue wrenches, if you want, you can go through and start sharing channels. So anybody that's got a channel, please go check out Scorpion. Please go check out STP. We like to network. This is not about me. This is not about anything along those lines. This is about networking and helping each other. Our Amish store is pricey, but larger amounts better. Garlic powder is $8 for a pound, but I bet that's fresh, no filler garlic. I bet that's a really good, pungent, great garlic. So that might be worth that. That's everything we need for solar. Have to find somebody to put it together. Yep, yep. But you're right there. That's steps. That's progress. You have it. It's there. Let me know on that. If you get up and the running and all that, I'd like to see updates on this. I keep up with most of you on all of your projects. Need to upgrade the smartphone. There seems to be a sale on the app. Let's see. There you go. See? Already right there. This is why I love the prepping community right there. Right there. You need help? Hey, roll up the sleeves. It's time to get to work. I agree right there. Another person's junk is another person's treasure. Just because somebody else does it away doesn't mean that you're not creative enough to figure out a really good use for it. And it's one of those things too. I get this. Actually, I believe it was the other day, somebody went back to one of the knife videos. I made the statement in the video, you can go buy a decent quality knife for $15 to $30. And they disagreed, and that's fine. You're allowed to disagree. But they said you can't. It has to be X amount of dollars or over. You can. Okay, trust me, I have multiple knives between $15 and $30. My everyday carry right now is I think it's a M&P 2.0, and I think I bought it on clearance or something. Or I don't say clearance. I think I bought it on like a Christmas special for $9.99 or $12.99 or something like that. I've carried it for months and it's cut everything and it's still solid. It's still sharp. You can buy a decent. Now you're going to get some high-end top quality thing for $10. You get what you pay for. But you can buy decent that's usable. Let's see. Cashed in on 10K worth of scrap. Man, that's excellent. There we go. Now we're starting to get there. Yeah. Anybody that if you are not into any one of these that get listed, I highly encourage go check them out. We're working on the 11 kilowatt system for the house. Standard house wiring isn't the issue. The solar is a tad confusing. Trust me, I get that. Completely get that. I have a few treasures from outside. If I had an SUV and muscle, I would have gotten some great stuff, free items on the Book of Face. Yes. Yeah. Let's see. There you go. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that for STP there. I am definitely working. I think I'm getting close to the bottom. There we go. There we go. Yes. Thank you. I bet that's really, really good garlic coming from the Amish. Really good. Really good. Oh, I'm sorry. I know how that is. You live out in the rural places. Yeah. Mine's not so much with the connectivity. I seem to have decent Wi-Fi, but my phone signal, you almost have to go outside to make a phone call. And here we are in 2024. I have a decently modern cell phone, and I have to go outside to get to make a phone call. Oh, one of these days. There you go. See? Right there. Absolutely. This is why I love the community. There we go. All right. And so we're at the bottom of the chat. I have caught up. There we go. All right. So we are getting down to what do we got? About 7 minutes left. So now's your chance on everything to go through. If you have questions, comments, concerns, throw it down in the chat now, or else you're going to have to wait until next week. I'm going to see how the schedule goes. Next week is supposed to be with who are we doing next week? Slim Chance Outdoors. So I will hit them up. I will get back with Amy and see when she would like to reschedule. No rush. She is always welcome on the show. Probably need to get Scorpion back on. We haven't talked to Scorpion in a little while. We need to pull him back up. So that way he can catch us up on all of his fun projects and everything. There we go. Okay. You guys are just having fun in the chat, and I'm just sitting here watching. Oh, excellent times. Excellent times. And actually, while everybody's doing everything, make sure that you go check out Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. They were nice enough that I got a few patches that'll go on my patch wall. But they also donated some patches that when we do our auction for Caleb House, those will be in the auction. So if you want some of their patches, these will be part of the prizes. But make sure you go check them out. Very good guys, good content, great people. Let's see, who else do we got? And of course, we've got the Chuck Norris joke at the very end. Thank you for that. Oh, what we got? We got 5 minutes. Let's see. Last question. Where do we think precious metals is going to go? Since we talked to Silver Ocean last Wednesday, it seems like silver went through the roof, hitting I believe almost $33 there at one point, 32.50, 60, something like that. Kind of the last day or so, it's been pretty up and down and whatnot. But precious metals is really kind of going through. What do you guys think? He made a pretty bold kind of prediction about maybe seeing 35 this year. I kind of tend to agree with him, which I will remind everybody that this Friday and Saturday is his auction. If you have not, make sure you send him an email so that way you can get on the list, because you have to get the link in order to get in there and join and do all that stuff. So if you are looking for a way that you can buy some of the precious metals and things like that, that would be one of the ones. Off Grid says 30. Yep. And Lone Cross is going even bolder at 37. Oof. And I don't think that you're wrong. It very well could. I also see gas prices are fluctuating. Uh, who was it that went today? I think it was S2 Underground that made the on their show that they're going to release another 1,000,000 barrels from the strategic oil preserve, and that if you go with the average daily consumption of Americans in the United States, 1,000,000 barrels would last about 2.5 hours. So make sure that you are not caught up when they say a million, that a million is a ton. A million, when you look at the entire population that uses that oil, that's about 2.5 hours worth. So no big surprise there. Yeah. Yep. There you go. Think Vision Preparedness. Yeah, he definitely got a huge deal. He bought some silver from the auction from Hudson Valley that benefited STP. I believe he got 3 ounces too. So let's see. Yeah, that's going to definitely make prices go up. I agree. Absolutely agree. Two contractors, the most experienced one, charged me higher than the claim of my insurance company. Man, I hate insurance companies. Absolutely hate. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Yeah. Big potential for them to go way up. Yep. We'll have to sit back and see what happens. And it's one of them things too. If you don't have precious metal, make sure that you have your other stuff checked off first. I wouldn't, and again, not a financial advisor, take it for the 2 cents that it is worth. I wouldn't have a whole bunch of money in the bank. Physical assets is going to be great. Now, I'm not saying go empty your 401k plan or anything along those lines, but make sure that you have tangible things, because if something was to happen, that digital money that is sitting in your bank account as ones and zeros, it's going to be better to have that water sitting in your closet. So, my opinion, just saying. All right, let's see. Yep, we're pretty much at the end. So great chatting with everybody. Great to see you, Texas. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good night, STP. Thank you so much. Let's see. Everybody's saying everything. Okay. So we are at the end of our show. And so I want to say a big thank you to everybody that stopped on in. Thank you for everybody that was over on Hudson Valley and donated and was participating to help STP out. If you missed it, maybe go back and check out the replay, watch the chat. Everybody just had a good time hanging out and all that. You can continue to help STP. This is going to be a long process for her and her family to get everything back together and get their lives going back to normal. And so anything that can help, and it's if you can do it. I understand times are tough. Everybody's in a different financial position. If you can help, I would be appreciative. She would be, exorbitantly appreciative. But even if you cannot financially help, go subscribe to her channel, watch a video or two. It helps get her monetized. It goes a long way. Just a kind word goes a long way nowadays. So, but yes, right there. Thank you. I'm always bad at that. Hit your thumbs up on your way out. I appreciate you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. I hope you guys have an amazing, blessed night. Thank you so much for stopping in and hanging out and spending a little bit of time with me. It's always fun to sit back and chat with all you guys and fellowship. You guys are why I'm here doing what I do. So keep on the lookout. If you guys like the tool video, I think there's another like 5 or 6 videos or so in the series. I think the next one releases tomorrow. Drop a comment down. Let me know if you like it, hate it, all that other stuff. If you have any content that you want to see, let me know. I'm all open to suggestions on everything. So with that, I will say stay tuned because there's more information to come. And above all else, please remember to remain united because we're all prepping in this together.